A major report has revealed that another New York Yankees trade is imminent, as the trade for Kyle Tucker with the Chicago Cubs has gone down, but in a corresponding move, there is reportedly a trade lined up for Cody Bellinger to the New York Yankees. We're going to be talking about this and what impact this will have on the Yankees, as this trade is something the Yankees need to make. But before we get into all of this news here, we noticed that 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your New York Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button, join us here on the channel. We are covering everything New York Yankees, but as I mentioned, we need to get straight into this video as we have a major report coming out here that another trade is imminent, as Kyle Tucker is now a Chicago Cub, and in said move, there's reportedly another trade coming out that Cody Bellinger will be sent to the New York Yankees. And this is our first screenshot here, seeing that John Heyman, when he tweeted this out, Kyle Tucker deal to the Cubs is getting close. That, of course, was an hour ago, about now, by the time I'm recording this. That deal is done. The trade has been sent. But as you see, from Matthew Trueblood here, for what it's worth, if/when this gets done, sources say Cubs and Yankees have a deal waiting to send Cody Bellinger to New York. And this is a move the Yankees we're looking at previously, we're looking to make, and have made it clear that this is what they're going to do, and we're just waiting for this now, as Kyle Tucker has been sent to the Chicago Cubs. And once again, for what it's worth, this Matthew Trueblood guy on Twitter, he is a Cubs reporter, or he is a part of the Cubs side of things, not the Yankees side of things. To make that a little bit better looking for the New York Yankees side of things, if this report is not exactly 100% accurate. But there have been many reports coming out about this, saying that this was the case for Kyle Tucker to get sent to the Cubs, and the Cubs are going to be moving Bellinger in a corresponding move. And going back at this Kyle Tucker move that Chris made in a video earlier, that of course didn't end up happening. The Yankees reportedly had an offer on the table for what included Luis Gil, Ben Rice, George Lombard Jr., and potentially Will Warren. Houston Astros owner Jim Crane did not want to trade with the Yankees if he could avoid it, and ultimately the Astros do just as well anyways. And the trade, of course, I mean, if you're the Astros, you make that one with the Cubs anyways. That was just another trade that would kind of level with this one, that ultimately, if you didn't want to take one with the New York Yankees, that was one that was just about as level with it. So you can't really blame the Astros for that. Ultimately, Kyle Tucker would have been a fantastic addition for the New York Yankees. However, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Kyle Tucker is not as important right now as Cody Bellinger is to the New York Yankees. And I will explain why. And first of all, I want to pull up Cody Bellinger's stats from last season. And as you see, they weren't overall, the most fantastic stats we've seen. 29 years old, 6'4", the guy's a power hitter, can play in the outfield, can play first base, which is another big thing that the Yankees were looking to add and needed to add. And, we've seen Cody Bellinger. We're pretty familiar with him from this point, from seeing him on the Dodgers, now seeing him on the Cubs, and now hopefully seeing him on the Yankees at some point soon in a corresponding move. But I'm going to do this once again and kind of pull up the outfield as I have in the past few videos when we're looking at these trades. But looking at what we have for the Yankees outfield. Right now, Aaron Judge in right. Of course, that's not going to change. Jason Dominguez, in center field. That is what it's looking to be, although we do have Cody Bellinger now who can play in center field, has played much first base as well over the past few seasons, but center field and first base, two opportunities where we can really see him play in either one. And really left field, we still don't have any lockdown spot just yet, although we really have a lot of options. Whether or not we do want to play Cody Bellinger in center, you can move Jason Dominguez to left, put those vice versa, put Cody Bellinger in left, whatnot. There are many opportunities here that the Yankees can do, and that is a very big beneficial part of this trade for Cody Bellinger. Once this does occur, if this does occur, of course, we're still waiting on that absolute 100% report, but signs are pointing to it, which is a very big deal, I guess. We can kind of say at this point. And go back onto it as well. The first base. This is another thing that is very sneaky about this trade, is that we do have a kind of a dual threat, but also, good on the hitting, not just the fielding side. Cody Bellinger can play first. This is a big spot that we've been missing here on this team. We've been looking at people like Pete Alonso, Christian Walker, many other first basemen who really are getting up there in age, some that are really going to be overpaid. There's a lot of options the Yankees had, but a lot of them were not really feasible for what the Yankees wanted to do and their plan was going forward into the next few seasons. And as this team is still very young, they didn't want to get someone who's going to be completely aged out of this lineup and really kind of lack what we've seen over the past few seasons. And that's a big part of why Cody Bellinger is such a good piece here on first base. At going on 30 years old, still a power hitter, still a very good fielder, a very good guy to be in the clubhouse as well and be able to put into a lineup kind of a jack of all trades, as well as having the experience of being on an incredible Dodgers team back in those days when he was on the Dodgers, now having the experience on the Cubs. He's been in the market of a very big name team. So he's used to the pressure there. He's used to all of the kind of scrutiny surrounding whatever's going to go around with them. But this is a big thing that we can really take forward with this trade. And as I mentioned, even though we have Kyle Tucker, or Kyle Tucker was on the cards for a little bit, I do think that there is more of a utility tool with Cody Bellinger than there was with Kyle Tucker. And I did want to pull up Cody Bellinger's stats the past, his career stats, I guess. And look, as you see, look at the Cubs last year, 266 average, not too bad, but a 307 the year before, 10th in MVP voting, and really an elite season there in his first with the Chicago Cubs. And really, that's what led him to get that contract with the Cubs, is just playing very, very good, playing consistent, which is something that the Yankees are also looking for, and just being a utility, as I mentioned, being able to play center field, first base, wherever you want to put him in the outfield, really is the other options for him. And as well, just being able to fit into this lineup, fit into the atmosphere, as I mentioned, the Cubs, the Dodgers, two teams that are at a historic level along with the Yankees, and the pressure should not be on Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger is a very relaxed player as well. He's not really one to get uptight, I guess we could say, with the media, with the fans, with anything. So it's a great atmosphere for him to be in with, there's going to be pressure on him, but it's not going to phase him. It's not going to be a hindrance to his style of play, which is a very big aspect of things. But one more thing I wanted to mention as well is the home run totals. If you look over the home run totals in his career, he started off as a power-only hitter, then started to slowly move down into a hitting for average type of player, and then is just an overall very good player now. And we've trying to really see him transform over his career, putting all of these aspects of his game into one to be able to bundle it up into a player that a lot of teams are going to be looking at, a lot of teams we're going to be looking at, and hopefully the Yankees are going to have for next season. But as I mentioned, we're still on this report right here. There is a deal waiting to send Cody Bellinger to the New York Yankees. And that is just a matter of time until we see this come out. We're still waiting for it. We have not seen it just yet. But when we see this, we're going to have a great addition for the Yankees, along with Devin Williams this morning. The Yankees are making more moves to make this team better and better and better. So I want to know what you guys think about this Cody Bellinger trade. Now, would you have rather Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker? That's the big question I'm going to ask you here in this video. But I do think that regardless of the move, regardless of who it was, the Yankees are going to get a good player regardless. I think, in my opinion, they got the better of the two here for their current scenario in this upcoming season and for the next few seasons to come as well. So, like I said, let me know what you think about all of this Cody Bellinger news, as well as Devin Williams. Some great additions here via trade today. But that's all I got in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. And if you want all your New York Yankees news, anything, reports immediately like this, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join us here on the channel. Every bit of news for your New York Yankees is right here. But like I said, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.